Hello and welcome to another Pokemon Showdown Ubers Live. This was meant to go up yesterday, but as those of you who watched the Battle Factory video knows, Camtasia just decided to fuck with me, and it deleted the recording from after 49 seconds of it, which is amazing. So we're retrying this. It's a Grassceus plus Tapu Bulu team, I know, but it was requested in the comments of the Tapu Fini team builder, Tapu Fini live, and I decided, you know what, why not just go for it? As he leads off with Salamence, we can just get up our rocks, even if he DDs, which is fine, because we can just roar. Pardon me. Yeah. Let's go for the DD. Let's just roar, like I said. As he goes for EQ. Does a number to me, but we can go for a Toxic on this Arceus. He could be Lumberry. He's not. He's Defog. Okay, so he's just a bad player. I'm gonna go into Salamence here because it makes sense. And here, you wouldn't, would you? You wouldn't stay in here, would you? In his position, I wouldn't if I was him. So he goes into men, so I'm just going to transfer my Stealth Rock in anticipation of maybe him going for a DD, although it's more likely that he just goes for an EQ and kills me. But I can handle that, because here we can go hard into we can go hard into a number of things here. I want to go hard into Zekrom and just go for the Toxic. It covers the switch into both Xerneas and Primal Groudon, as he does go into Xerneas. I was half expecting that, which is why I didn't want to click Dragon Claw. Yeah, basically. My only concern is that his Deoxys is going to be Sash, and that's going to be annoying if I try and win with a DD Salamence, so yeah, I'm trying to prevent that from happening. Let's just go for a Bloom Doom in the grassy terrain, as he's actually a jolly fucking... Let's just go for a drag. Why are you Jolly Dragon Tail? That makes no sense whatsoever. I'm actually pissed at that. That's just a bad set. There's no getting around that. That is just legitimately a bad set. He's gonna miss one of them eventually. And yeah, he goes for his rocks here. If I could just not be sent out into Magearna, I would be quite happy. Fuck off. I'm going for Flare Cannon here because I imagine he's going to go... Why? Yeah, he went for Dragon Tail. Okay, good. So here he's going to go for a Fire Punch. I'm going to go hard into Zekrom, as he burns me with the fucking Fire Punch. Defog, E-Killer, Max Speed, Dragon Tail, Pedon. I can't deal with that. No, I'm not dealing with that. It's just not a good team, it's not a good idea, and I'm already salty. He can't really effectively stop rocks from Pedon, this guy, so yeah, good luck, have fun. I'm expecting to tilt all the way down to the to 1500, or as in I'm expecting to go under to the 1400s in this live, because I'm on tilt and I'm using a team that isn't very good, unfortunately. I went for Toxic there, I didn't mean to, as he avoided the attack. Amazing for me. I just didn't mean to do anything. I mean, arguably I meant to go for the... I meant to go for rocks because that's what I wanted to do. But no, let's not go for rocks. Who needs rocks on the field? It's not like that was the entire point of leading Primal Groudon in the first place. And we can't even hit a Toxic to get a little bit of compensation for that, as Precipice Blades takes him down really, really low, so that's good. I want to go hard into Bulu and just go straight for the Wood Hammer here because it will kill this thing. And going straight for the Wood Hammer might make him want to go hard into Ho, in which case I can go for a Rock Slide. I'm not expecting that, but if he goes Yveltal, I can go out into Magirna and just go for a Pain Split. As he goes out into Lucario, I need to go for a superpower. I cannot risk this thing setting up on me. He can go for an Iron Tail here, and that's fine, it's his prerogative, but I mean, I actually just can't risk it going for SD there, because I would be in a terrible position if it did. With Grassy Terrain up, we actually OHKO everything on his team aside from that Yveltal, which we can Ancient Power on twice, and we should be able to kill it. I don't imagine you stay in here because you did just see that I brought in Grassceus despite having a Salamence, so I imagine you would imagine that I have Fire Blast, which I do. I'm talking and I'm going too fast for my own mouth to keep up with me. So yeah, Calm Mind is my play here because he can stay in and just close combat. High jump kick, what? I've not seen high jump kick before. Bullet Punch doesn't kill me, Fire Blast hits, amazing. I don't have faith in Fire Blast anymore. The good thing is that even if Arceus Grass goes down, we can still probably win with the combination of our other Pokemon, no matter what his Arceus form is, because at plus... okay, unless this is Scarf, this is a mistake. Because Grassy Terrain, yeah. Grassy Terrain boosts the Power Judgment to the point where it's just insanely strong, and it will just kill things in general. I need Magirna around for the Yveltal. He says GG man. I don't know if that means that is a Waterceus. If it is, I would be a little bit upset because it's a Waterceus. On this team, like, you'd really want to go with E-Killer. E-Killer is the best play here though, because it would just kill me, basically. Alternatively, if that's not E-Killer, he goes into Yveltal here, or maybe he thinks I have Recover and he goes into Ho-Oh. Yeah, TY. Oops, it's not a T, that's just a Y. As he goes into Yveltal, I have to go for Ancient Power. Yeah, I'm using Judgment over Grass Knot because why would I use Grass Knot, basically? As Yveltal does do a number to me, but here we can go out into Magirna and just go straight for a Flash Cannon as he goes out into the Arceus Water. Okay, let's just go into Zekrom then, because everything gets to it cleared by it. As he goes for the Defog, Bolt Strike is going to do a chunk. As he goes for the Toxic, okay, Bolt Strike just kills the Arceus, and it can pick up another kill here because it can live a hit from Yveltal. Alternatively, I can just preserve this for the Ho-Oh, which is my better play in all honesty, as he goes for the Dark Pulse, and here I'm just going to hard switch in Zekrom on the anticipated double into Ho-Oh. Yeah, because Bolt Strike is going to do a hefty chunk to it, and if it does not kill, which it might, then I can set up the Salamence and just win, but it does just kill, so that's good. And now Magirna 100% wins, as does Salamence. Amazing. Dark Pulse doesn't even kill me, Bolt Strike picks up the kill, Zekrom putting in the finest of work. I think I'm back off tilt now. Let's just get another game. And yeah, I'm refusing to pause this, by the way. Like, it's been so temperamental with me, Camtasia, recently. I've had like 5 recordings deleted because of it, and I just don't want to risk it. So yeah, I might as well show you guys. No, I can't, because I would have to, in doing that I would reveal my MPL team. Damn. Okay, so basically the idea of the team, well, I've already explained it was because of a comment on the Tapu Fini builder. Someone mentioned a Tapu Bulu plus Grassceus combo and they couldn't get it to work. in all honesty, I don't think I've gotten it to work either. I fundamentally think that Double Grass in this generation, with Ho-Oh, with Yveltal, with Salamence, with Primal Groudon, with common steels like Ferrothorn, Magearna, Solgaleo, and just things like Gengar being as good as it's ever been, I don't think that Double Grass can work effectively. But I feel like this is probably the best way I could go about trying to make it work. So the idea is I have Zekrom, which can deal with basically any Salamence set in an emergency. I don't have Ice Beam on Thing because it doesn't have enough moves, by the way. Magearna is there so that I have a 100% check to Yveltal and to Xerneas. I wouldn't normally use Magearna because that's literally basically all it does, but in this instance it's what the team needed. Primal Groudon is there because it's a Primal Groudon, and asking why Primal Groudon is there is like asking why the sky is blue. It just is. And then the final one, I went with a Facade DD Mence to improve my matchup versus Ho-Oh teams, which Zekrom can't reliably check because of, burn, which is fun. And the idea is just basically, well, first of all, Calm Mind Arceus Grass is an actual legitimate threat people aren't preparing for. And second of all, and much more importantly, the Tapu Bulu is there specifically so that things like Earthquake from Salamence won't be doing as much to things like Zekrom and Magearna, so I've got an extra way of emergency checking it. And also, it is actually a pretty strong breaker. It can't set up on basically anything, but Zed Woodhammer is almost essentially just a kill every time I use it, because it does so much damage. The only thing that, well, a few things do live it, obviously, like resists, but the only neutral thing that lives it is invested Primal Groudon. It needs significant investment in order to live, guaranteed. We've been searching for a game for the last 3 minutes, and I mean, I feel like I'm gonna risk it. I'm gonna pause it, and we get a game versus a Mega Gengar. That's a massive problem, in all honesty. Like, Mega Gengar, my plan against Mega Gengar is essentially people don't know how to use Mega Gengar well. Which one reverted first? His did. Shit. I'll live a Precipice Blades though, unless he's like max attack adamant. So let's just get up our rocks as he goes for Precipice Blades. I imagine you would anticipate my Salamence switch here, so I'm going to go for a simple Toxic. I have Double Grass. The Kyogre is not that important for checking. What the Groudon is not that important for checking Kyogre is what I was trying to say, although I think I failed. Tapu Bulu, this is essentially the only time in which I'm going to be able to use it this entire game, so I'm just going to go for the Zed Bloom Doom, because I think it will kill 82% Groudon. It is insanely strong. Like, this is a 190 base power move off an effective choice band from Tapu Bulu. With I think it's gonna kill. What is with all the fast Pedon on the ladder? Like, this team does not benefit from a fast Pedon at all. I mean, I'm grateful that it's not got Fire Punch like the last one did, but I don't agree with it, in all honesty. Yeah, he can go out into Yveltal here because he knows for a fact that I'm not Scarf anymore. But in that case, Magearna can come in, and his switch-ins to Magearna are now lower. Deoxys attack is a better play because Magearna can't take it on as well, but I feel like I want to go out into Magearna anyway just to take the Ice Beam, and here he's almost definitely going to go for a Psycho thingamajig, or no, he's going to go for a superpower here. What am I on about? The Flash Cannon is just my best overall play. He actually does go for the Psycho boost, as it does 49%, as we get the +1 in special attack. That means literally jack shit. If Kyogre comes out, we can just sack off the Tapu Bulu, or I might want to keep it around for a couple turns. Gengar comes out, you can't kill Magearna from here. Magearna is bulkier than I think you realise it is, as he goes for Shadow Ball. That doesn't kill. That just outright doesn't kill. I'm not... When your opponent misplays that badly, and you can't even take advantage of it, like Gengar, Mega, substitute 3 attacks because that one has Shadow Ball, Magearna, Uber. Look at that! I don't have that much Speed F. I have like 80 and I'm a novice nature. But still, like, look at this. Look at that lack of damage. It would easily live. And, okay, he goes for Destiny Bond there, taking me out with him. I mean, I'll honestly take that at this point. Arceus Yveltal is just such a big threat now. He goes out into his Arceus, which makes sense. I'm just going to go for a superpower because that also makes sense. If he goes for SD, which is a possibility, he does, unfortunate. And we don't even kill. Amazing. So let's just go for another superpower here. If he has E-Speed, good. He does not have Life Orb, that's good information for me to have. I'm going to go out into my Arceus Grass here just to go for a Judgment. We can force in the Yveltal here, which is a good thing, I swear. Because at least, I mean, we can at least try and set up on Yveltal. We can't do that with the Kyogre. And Ancient Power is my play here because it will weaken the Yveltal, whereas nothing else would. And obviously he was just going to go for... I don't agree with Dark Pulse there. Maybe he specs Yveltal, that makes sense. Because then this might just outright kill. But Dragon Dance is my play here, as it does just outright kill. So yeah, that's specs. See, without that crit, we had that game won. It's not a GG. Oh well. I shouldn't be too salty. Like, Zekrom would still be alive and it would just destroy his team, but no, he had to... Whatever, let's try and move past it. This man has a team... Scarf Cure and White is such a huge threat, man. Magearna can come in on most of its moves, but like, if it goes for the fire one, it's just such a huge issue. I actually think that he might just go straight for our fire move because he can clearly see that Magearna is my only thing that can switch into a Draco Meteor or an Ice Beam. So I'm just going to go for my rocks here. As he goes for Earth Power, which does actually cover both of them, he's Life Orb, but that makes it 10 times more threatening. Jesus. I need Magearna, I can't let that happen. I don't need Primal Groudon as much, so we're going to go for Precipice Blades. As he goes for an Earth Power, okay, I'm gonna have to pretend that I'm Scarf Zekrom, I think. Jesus. It's not in range of things like Ancient Power or Fire Blast, so this is what I actually have to do. Amazing, isn't it? Oh, we're actually... what? This is slow. What the fuck? This is like 245 speed Zekrom. I can't believe that a Kyurem would be slower than me. But it just happened, so I will take it. He could go for the... I mean, if I was him here, I would hard switch into Primal Groudon because obviously I'm going into Magearna. But, I mean, I have... oh, he... okay. I have Heart Swap. Good game, my friend. This is nice. This is what I like to see. A man going for the Z-Geomancy, not knowing that Magearna gets Heart Swap, and Flash Cannon picking up a kill, meaning that Fleur Cannon will, I think, kill off Primal Groudon. Oh well. This is basically the reason Magearna is here, because otherwise I would just completely get destroyed by Z-Geomancy Xerneas. Like, it's not even a contest. If Magearna goes down, I lose to Xerneas, basically. So yeah, let's just get another game, and I think I will pause it this time because we've been getting lower ladder players, and it might take a while in order to get that. So yeah, and we get a game. like this. I don't like this at all. DOA. Okay, let's hope he's not Life Orb. Doesn't it say something that the extent of my... Ow. He's not Life Orb. Okay, good. That means I can just go for Precipice Blades here, as he goes for another Psycho Boost. I can save Primal Groudon just as a sack, and I will. So, yeah. Let's just go into Magearna as he goes for the extreme speed. I don't agree with that play. And here we can just go for a Flash Cannon. He can go for his rocks. Obviously, he goes for Thunder Wave. Please don't let me lose to Xerneas because I got paralyzed. I would be very sad if that was the case. Let's just go into Salamence, get the Intimidate, then we can pivot into Primal Groudon just to... Oh dear, he goes for the Lava Plume. He does not get it, thankfully. I wonder if he's going to stay in here and go for it again, because if he does... Oh, why does everyone have moves that are good? I mean, I'm not going to lie, that's just a generally very good move on Groudon this generation. So he goes for Rocks. I imagine here he goes for... He either goes for Precipice Blades or he goes for Roar. He goes for EQ. Okay, that changes things. That changes things to my favor quite significantly now. Because EQ is not that much of a risk for me. And I can go into Groudon. Ooh, he goes hard into Arceus. Okay. I'm going to go into Tapu Bulu. And here, I'm going to go for Zed Bloomdoom. Zed Woodhammer. I think it does more damage overall than... Oh, he sacks up. He makes a good play, damn it. I need him to make poorer plays! Where's he go into now? He goes into Salamence, so Zekrom's thing is still unpopped, and Grassy Terrain is up, so even if he pops it, it's not really a threat to me. I can just go for a Roost here, because EQ is doing literally nothing. And here we can go for a Bolt Strike, anticipating the potential for a Xerneas switch in. And if Xerneas does switch in, we even get the added benefit of seeing how fast the Xerneas is, because of the grassy terrain. Alternatively, he could stay in here again and Dragon Dance. That's not the play, my friend. He could have gotten paralyzed there. That would have made this really easy, but instead he's going to go for an EQ here, gets a crit, still doesn't kill me, and we can just go for the Dragon Claw. So he's still got the Arceus in the back, which is a threat. He's also got the Mewtwo in the front, which is a big threat, as he's just going to kill off my Zekrom, of course. And here we can go out into Magearna and just go for the Fleur Cannon, because if he goes out into Arceus here, he goes for Fire Blast. Ow! Okay, I need to play this very carefully. I need to go for Heart Swap here. Okay, so he killed me off. Good. I think I need to go into Salamence. Or do I go into Bulu? If Xerneas sets up, then it's all over for me. I think I need to go out into Bulu. He goes into Arceus, okay. Woodhammer is my play. He goes for an SD, that's relatively fine. As he goes for an E-Speed, is he Life Orb? He is Life Orb. Let's go out into Arceus Grass. Go for Calm Mind, maybe? 2 Calm Minds and Judgment? Oh, no, we just got to go for a straight up Judgment, as it doesn't kill it. Shit, we lose. Yep. Oh well, we'll get one more game. I don't want to see where he was on the ladder, because I know he'll be low. This is not a good team, and it's unfortunate, because I think this is really fun, I just don't think it's good, and that's a bit of a huge stumbling block, really. I mean, he's got a Mega Kang here, so I don't really know what this man is doing. In general, Mega Kang is completely useless this generation. I would never use it on an Uber's team this generation. Never. It's just completely outclassed by all other Megas this generation. We can just go for Stealth Rock here, he can go for Fake Out, obviously, and then he can go for Power Punch, obviously, and then we can go for Roar. because Fake Out is doing jack shit. Power Up Punch into return won't even come close to killing me. Power Punch into EQ I don't even think comes close to killing me. So we can just go for Raw here, see if we can pick up some chip damage on stuff like the Ho, which would be amazing. Oh, he actually kills me. Did he get a crit? No, okay. I mean, it's still completely useless in all honesty. He's gonna go for an Ice Punch here, everyone can tell. Nope, he goes for return, so that probably means he's got EQ. I'm gonna go out into... wait, I wanna go for... I mean, it's useful for the Yveltal, so I can't really just sack it off. I wanna go for Heart Swap, anticipating a Power Up Punch. So he goes for return, okay, brilliant. Let's go for Pain Split here, because nothing he can do can touch me. And he goes into Ferrothorn, so I get back up to 60%. And I'm going to go hard into Arceus Grassceus, and Leech Seed does nothing because I'm a Grass type. And we can Calm Mind on this man. He can go out into Ho-Oh, of course he can, but we can just spam Calm Mind, I guess. As he goes for Stealth Rock, we can go for another Calm Mind here, because he's not threatening me at all. As he goes out into Giratina, Calx. Judgment is my strongest move to hit this thing with, I think, as it is a 2-hit KO, which is amazing. He goes for Dragon Tail, that's not amazing. He sends me into Salamence, even less amazing, as we can just go for Double Edge here. As he hards into Ferrothorn. Why would you hard into Ferrothorn there? It just makes no sense. I'm gonna go for a Facade though. Giratina is incredibly weakened to the point where a +1. He goes into Kangaskhan here. Okay, I'm going to Roost. Because thing is, I know this man's just gonna stay in, despite all logic saying he shouldn't. Goes for a return. Okay, at least he went for a return and not a Power Up Punch there. I might have Power Up Punched something myself if he did. So let's just go out into Arceus Grass again and just Judgment. Because I imagine he might go for a Power Up Punch here. Oh, he's got Sucker Punch, of course. Does Sucker Punch kill? Oh, okay. He just lets Giratina go down. I'll take that. In all honesty, I could have Calm Mind there. I did go for Calm Mind initially, but didn't work out that way, unfortunately, as you can all tell. If Hoa comes out, i.e. Ancient Power. If Yveltal comes out, i.e. Ancient Power. If Arceus comes out, i.e. Judgment, probably, unless it's Arceus Steel, I guess. I would go for Fire Blast there. Because Judgment puts everything into range, or Judgment or Ancient Power, my apologies, puts everything into range on something else on my team. He goes into his Yveltal. Ancient Power is the best play here just because it does have the potential of giving me the boost, which might make a difference. It does give me the boost, but I still die. Oh well. And it doesn't actually do any damage to him, unfortunately. So let's just go out into Magearna and just go for a Fleur Cannon. As he goes for the Dark Pulse, I disagree with that play. He can't set up on me with his Arceus or his Kangaskhan because of Pain Split. Pain Split and Heart Swap is what I mean. Like Heart Swap on the Arceus and I get his boosts, and Heart Swap in general and I get their boosts, and it's not good for them. He can't go into Kangaskhan anyway because Fleur Cannon would kill it. If Ho-Oh is his play here, that's fine by me because I can then go out into Zekrom. I'm really hoping that's an Arceus Water, in all honesty. It's actually an Arceus Fighting. Okay, I'm definitely going for a Heart Swap. As he goes for the Judgment. Okay. I'm going into Tapu Bulu. And I'm going for Bloom Doom. I'm not certain what his play... shit. Bloom Doom... Kills! Lovely. So he's got to go into Kangaskhan here to kill me, and I think Power Up Punch will not kill me. I'm not certain about that, in all honesty. If it does, I'm in a bit of a problem, because he's almost certainly going to get 2 hits off. And then it's a matter of Zekrom living a +2 return, which I don't think it does. He goes into Ho-Oh, so I think I just win. And we get the recovery. Now we are certainly not in range of Power Up Punch, and we can just go for Wood Hammer. Oh, okay, Fake Out. Why wouldn't you do that in the first place then? Why would you sack off the Ho-Oh? Dragon Claw will not miss. That is the extent of the reason I'm going for it. Return, does not kill, does not even come close to killing. We might have even had a chance of living a +2 return, but probably not, in all honesty. And that's 30 minutes. That's enough of a live, in my opinion. We've somehow managed to stay around the mid-1500s despite all this, so yeah, I'll take that, and I'll see you all next time. Peace.